a background character in a movie. I probably...
The Godfather, probably. I mean, that would be an amazing one to just be around for.
I am a big Shrek fan, so I will take any of the kind of mystical creatures in the Shrek land.
I feel like the last time you were in Arizona was for a wedding.
I think it was for Rhett Reese's wedding. Yeah. Rhett Reese, for the uninitiated, is one of my fellow co-writers on Deadpool, and he's a pretty awesome chap.
Weird question. When you're talking about doing Free Guy and talking about it being the most fun you've had on a film and all of that, do those guys ever get their feelings hurt?
No, I mean, I think that they might agree with me. Making Deadpool is challenging. It's very hard when you're playing in an arena that is existing IP and that people have a certain expectation going in. It's also very different when you get to make a movie like Free Guy, where it's based on nothing but an original idea, and there's no comic book, no IP that we're funneling or sourcing from. So, no, they don't. I don't think they know how hard I work. I know how hard they work. And we have massive amounts of respect. In fact, the three of us are writing another script right now as we speak. So. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. It's funny. I saw this film about 5 days ago. I can't get fantasy out of my head. It's just in there now for who knows how long. If you could have a song on a continual loop as it relates to your morning routine, what would that song be?
Wow. Boy, I don't know. Sometimes if I'm thinking about a routine or something, Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 gets in the head and then never leaves.
Yeah.
Never, ever leaves. Yeah.
Oh, that would not be a bad one to have. That would really not be a bad one to have. It would be either that or We Are the Champions, maybe. That would be a pretty uplifting morning song to have playing.
How do you have a bad day with that song in the background?
You can't. You cannot.
Wow, only because it's the first thing that came to my mind. Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. I'm a cowboy. Got a six string on my back.
I'm still a horse I ride. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey. I mean, there is nothing less than sublime about that song. And if it's playing somewhere, I will not step away till it's done. And I've sung along loudly.
Can I tell you, I spent some years in Monmouth County, and we used to go to the mall because we heard there was a Bon Jovi sighting at the Monmouth Mall, and we'd run over there immediately. It was very embarrassing, a little stalkerish, but what can you do?
Oh, well, I would say, I have to say fantasy. I mean, we've been starting press junkets, and I've been playing that every morning to kind of get myself in the mood. So I would have to say fantasy as well. And that was all Ryan, by the way. That was Ryan picked that song. So I mean, he is a genius, but it was such a smart choice.
In the film, your character does the same thing, but he obviously wants to mix it up a little bit. What is something about your daily routine that you will never change, that you actually find a lot of comfort in, love it, doesn't matter what anyone says, you're doing it daily?
It's kind of a boring answer, but for me, it's seeing my family. Like, I get really grumpy if I don't see my kids and my wife. I'm not one of those guys that's like, I'm going away for a month. I'll see you guys when I see you. I love our unit. So for me, it's that. Yeah.
You've created a great unit. What is the difference between a good day for Ryan Reynolds and a great day for Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, between a good day and a great day, I don't know. I mean, I think when those around me are having a pretty good time, I'm usually having a pretty good time. So I would say, but also just being present. Sometimes I can get lost in the clouds, just like anyone else.
Oh, that's such a good question. Honestly, like some good meals. My life is kind of revolved around food. So I think if I've had some good meals in the day, then I'm satisfied. A good night's sleep is another one. I feel like those little things always help.
You come to Arizona and I'll hook you up with some really great meals.
Yeah, I'm in.
Just, a good balance of seeing friends, doing something for yourself, having a good meal. Probably food oriented, I guess,
Jodie Comer said the exact same thing. It's all about the food. She said a good meal makes.
That's why we like Jodie.
Dessert for me. Screw food. If I could just have dessert, I'm in.
Well, you've got someone who's very good at making desserts, so that works out well for you.
That is very true.
I love the fact that he's a background character in a video game. I'm curious if you could be a background character in your favorite film of all time, or at least a movie recently maybe that you just loved but weren't a part of, what would that be?
Oh, a background character in a movie. I probably Thor Ragnarok. It's pretty great. Taika Waititi, who's also in Free Guy, this movie. I think he's just one of the true geniuses out there in this industry, and I love that I'm lucky enough to know him. So yeah. But if I had to pick an older movie, probably Stand By Me. That was the first movie that I saw that really like made me want to be an actor. You know.
Oh,
yeah.
You'd be great in Stand By Me.
I don't know about that. But
The Godfather, probably. I mean, that would be an amazing one to just be around for. Just, maybe in a suit, standing and out of focus, just watching it all go down.
Killed or not killed?
Killed, yeah.
Okay.
My favorite movie of all time is Billy Elliot.
What a great one.
I don't know if there's a background character in there. I am a big Shrek fan, so I will take any of the kind of mystical creatures in the Shrek land. I'll happily take.
I think you'd be great in Shrek, regardless. You could be in the forest somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of your Stranger Things cast members, who would be the best background character in Free City?
Best background character. I feel like Gaten Matarazzo would just have a beautiful family. He'd have a life. He'd own a shop. He'd do very well. I mean, he'd do well anywhere. He's a gem. He's great.
What are the odds you kept the policeman porn stash outfit?
Oh, they wouldn't let me have that. That's going somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. It's too tight. It takes too much work to fit into that every day.
I know they just released the big the clip with the dude, or just dude, I guess. And in the film, it's Ryan Reynolds' character, but better. If Joe Keery had a dude character that was Joe, but better, what would it be? What would it include?
I mean, I think it would look very similar to Dude, except it would just have my face photoshopped onto it. That's one of my favorite little surprises of the movie that they've released now. But there's some genius Easter eggs with that whole sequence, and I'm so excited for people to see it.
Well, the one thing I will say, I know as much as the muscles are getting attention, I feel like his great teeth are being overlooked.
I mean, white as snow, just beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Those are some big old white chiclet chompers that I had in there. Yeah, those were intense. But as they say in the business, worth it.
I am not a gamer, but I have to tell you, after watching your movie, I sort of want to become one. Is it too late for someone like me?
Well, I don't know. If it's too late for you, it's too late for me too. And, I wanted to make a movie that would feel authentic to gamers and reflective of that culture and that community, but that didn't require gaming fluency as a price of admission. So I wanted a movie that my wife or you or me or a lot of people who are either not gamers or casual gamers, I just want to make a movie that was funny and warm-hearted and original. And I'm thrilled that I had the opportunity and was given an ample budget to do big screen movie making that wasn't a sequel, wasn't based on anything, an actual old-fashioned new movie. Like, that's such a radical thought now, but we're very, very gratified to have been given the chance.
This is one of those films. First of all, you're so right on all those fronts. This is one of those movies, though, you have to see it many times, because in this world, there are so many details, Easter eggs, things that you have to pay attention to that you can't sometimes because you got Ryan Reynolds on the big screen.
I know. What else? I mean, he's just too handsome. It's a problem. So there is that, and I resent him for it every day.
Right.
But yeah, when you see it the second and third time, although in the second, you're just going to be marveling at Jodie Comer, both her talent and her also absurdly gorgeous face. But in the third or fourth viewing, what I wanted to do is to fill the frame. I wanted the frame to be filled with kind of like an overwhelming amount of stimulation, because that's what Ryan's character of Guy is going through. He's a video game character gaining self-awareness, gaining consciousness. So the whole world is new. And it's so much input. And so I wanted to make a movie that just felt jam-packed and saturated with inside jokes and Easter eggs and layers of filmmaking.
I know they're about to wrap me. I can't leave without talking about Killing Eve. And I don't know how much sleep, speaking of good night's sleep, I don't know if you're getting any sleep. Aren't you guys in the middle of still filming season 4?
Yeah, we're like halfway through season 4 now, which is it's going so quick. We're like at the halfway point. So hopefully that should be coming out. I don't know, early next year, maybe mid next year.
They say it's ending with season 4. Does it have to?
I know. Well, all good things have to come to an end. Unfortunately, it's bittersweet. I feel you. It's bittersweet. But I think what's kind of great about knowing this is that we can hopefully really give these characters a kind of well-rounded ending, and keep the quality. Sometimes when you go on and on, the quality kind of fades. So hopefully you'll be happy and you'll be satisfied.
I'm sure I'll be happy, but I didn't need to know it was coming to an end. You know what else is coming to an end? This interview, sadly. They're giving me
it was lovely to meet you.
Congratulations, Ryan, on everything. It's such a great film, as I know you've heard all day long. I know these days are long, and I hope the next one's in person. I don't love this Zoom thing.
I hope so too. I hope so too, Tara. Thank you so much for the interview.